Perfect. All right. So, welcome to Tales from the Trenches Tuesdays. Today, I am absolutely thrilled to have my good friend and colleague, Sam Provenzano, with us. Sam graduated from Indiana University in 2007 with a bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism and sociology. Soon after graduating, Sam was a TV news anchor and reporter in South Central Kentucky before discovering his true love of philanthropy and major gift fundraising in 2010. Sam started his career in development in St. Jude's Research Hospital and since then has worked for various nonprofits and universities such as the Alzheimer's Association, DePaul University, Haymarket Center, and the University of the Incarnate World. Currently, Sam is Director of Major Gifts at the University of Texas, supporting the Moody College of Communication. Sam has raised millions in philanthropic support throughout his career and takes great pride in being a versatile, tenacious, and charismatic development officer. When he's not on the road visiting with donors and prospects, you can find him working out, playing tennis, and just enjoying time with family and friends. So welcome, Sam. Fundraising is kind of evolving, right? Very few folks are born fundraisers. You know, you yourself were in journalism and then kind of fell into fundraising. Most folks kind of did it off the side of their desk as, you know, a list of all their other duties. But I think fundraising has certainly changed in the last while. I can remember years ago where, you know, $1 million campaign was just monstrous. And, oh my gosh, how can you even think about $1 million? I think my first capital campaign that I ran was $250,000, right? Like it was not a huge sum of money.
Yeah, but still, that's large, at that time,
Right, but now you see campaigns that are literally in the billions of dollars that are just these monstrous campaigns. And, there's that huge pressure that's there. So how do you see kind of fundraising evolving over time?
Well, it's definitely, there is some pressure. Like I work at the University of Texas, one of the, largest universities, one of the most well-respected public universities in the country, number one here in Texas, a $6 billion campaign that we're in right now. So that's exciting. I think fundraising, I think the basic principles will always be there in terms of major gift fundraising. I think, the things that we talked about, authenticity, listening, building a relationship, bringing someone in. But I do think, the galas and these, events might not be as prevalent during that time. I think they bring people together, but I don't think that's going to be the main source of income for that or revenue for that organization. And it shouldn't be, I think technology, I think that's going to be a big game changer. I was thinking about this, the younger generation and even some folks in my generation, they're on social media, they're able to have a direct impact. They're donating through TikTok and Facebook and Twitter, and they're seeing success. And then when they're donating online, they're able to share that message with their friends and family. Crowdfunding will not be going away. It's just, I think that's going to become a bigger, a larger initiative. I think more people are going to want to crowdfund. Right. Because it's easy and it's something that's quick for them, for this generation. I also think that, the smaller gifts haven't really been respected. I think it's always been about the wealthy donor and this and that. And there's a part of me that gets that. But I think everyone's going to have a seat at the table. This next generation for years to come are going to want to, be cultivated, and they're going to want to be a part of the conversation. For so long, I think the younger folks that don't give a lot, they kind of just we put them to the side. But I think they're going to really want to be involved. They're going to want to see more impact. They're going to want to be even more involved in that organization, in your institution, and I think that's really important. I think it's always been that way. I feel like recently the younger generation or people giving at a lower level just aren't really respected or heard. And I think that's going to change. And of course, you have people like Mackenzie Scott making these unrestricted gifts and, just, we don't know exactly what that trend will look like. After McKinsey, I think the Patagonia, the founder recently is going to give $3 billion or
Yeah.
whatever, give that away for climate change. So you're seeing some of that. I think it's a little too early to tell what the ripple effect will be from McKinsey's giving, but it's pretty powerful.
So, you've been a fundraiser for well over a decade, even though you're on the next gen fundraiser, but, you certainly been around. So I think that one of the questions I wanted to ask you is if, someone called you up and said, Sam, I'm thinking about, a friend of the family, Sam, I'm thinking about becoming a professional fundraiser. What advice would you give to them?
I have people reach out to me weekly on a weekly basis via LinkedIn or Facebook. I would ask them first, why, why do you want to get into this space? Tell me, there's got to be a story there, right? You don't just wake up and say, I want to be a fundraiser, especially we don't really get to learn about that in high school and grade school. It just doesn't exist. So why do they want to be a fundraiser? I think hearing that out is really important, but also giving them what it really looks like. They'll be like, well, what is it like? Like, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Let me tell you that. You might work at an amazing organization with a great mission, but some of the leadership there might be toxic, and you're going to have to deal with that. And you're going to have to deal with donors that don't want to give. They don't want to hear from you. You're going to deal with a lot of rejection. You're going to work longer hours. You're not going to start jumping in and meeting with high-level donors, your first year into the job. You need to be patient, persistent, network like crazy. It's not an easy job, but it's very fulfilling. And if you're in there for the right reasons, and you really have a passion for this, for a particular subject or an area, that's what's going to change. When I was a reporter and news anchor, I enjoyed being a journalist, but I liked being on TV. I liked being the face, and that doesn't sustain. I'm always on, and it's not a bad thing, always on. It's just I'm always in tune. I'm always looking. I'm always meeting people. You got to live it and breathe it. And I think that's a really important aspect. That it's not always sunshine and rainbows. I've had very, very difficult moments in my career that I, didn't even think I could come out of, and right. I did. So.
Well, Sam, it's been absolutely a pleasure having you on board. It's like, we just stopped chatting a week ago, and I think it's probably been a good 6 months since we last chatted. So it was great to catch up with you. I'm so happy to count you amongst some of my closer colleagues in the fundraising world, and wish you nothing but success at UT.
And thank you so much. And you continue to be a leader in this field. I love your posts on LinkedIn. You bring people together. You make us think. I think this podcast was definitely one of the best ones I've ever been on. So I appreciate you asking the questions, and I hope I was able to give you a little insight. Yeah.
So Sam, if folks wanted to get hold of you, how would they go about doing that?
Oh gosh, please go on LinkedIn. I'm always on LinkedIn. I'm not posting as much content as I used to, but I'm on LinkedIn. I'm always there. I'm on Instagram. I don't mind following or getting followers from Instagram either. And I'm always there to ask questions. I don't know all the answers, but I love, what I do, and I love to help people, whether it's with the job itself as a fundraiser and strategies, or just someone that wants to get into this world of philanthropy. I'm always there. So please do follow me, message me. So.
Super. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Hi, folks. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here.